Yo, what's up guys? Just clocking in today. We're doing something exciting for today's video, and it's something that a lot of printers struggle with. It's just a difficult kind of print. I'm talking about puff print. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to print puff. Puff is one of the most difficult kind of methods of printing, simply because it can crack easily. You gotta get the temperature right, the printing right, all of that. So today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the methods and the techniques. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe, and yeah, let's just get this going. So all this is for a school. We got about 25 t-shirts, 50 hoodies. So we're gonna kill two birds with one stone, finish this order while filming the process of how to print. Woo! Taking this bad boy off. So one thing to consider when you're printing puff is you don't want to use a light garment, something that's really thin. That's gonna make the puff deflate and it's just gonna feel really cheap. So when you print puff, you always wanna print it on a heavy duty garment. Puff print, you will always get the best results on a hoodie. So this is the best way that I found to print puff, is doing this exact formula, which is duplicating the design and using a puff base. You wanna do this, use a puff base. You literally just grab it out of the container, throw it onto your puff screen. You're gonna print the puff base first and then your top color, and it's the same every single time. That's why puff base is the best, at least in my opinion and my experience. I'm gonna go ahead and register those screens for the hoodies and t-shirts, and I need to burn another screen or two screens for the sleeve print. We have a sleeve puff print as well. Once all that's taken care of, we're gonna go ahead to the printing process, how I print the puff exactly, so you guys can see how we get the best results. The sleeve designs right here. This is for the puff base, for the color. And then we got a little ad campaign we're gonna run. Stop scrolling, we print on merch. So we got all the ink mixed up. This is a hazelnut brown that the client wanted to go with, so we had to do a custom mix with that. Standard red, puff base. Now this is gonna be translucent, so it's gonna be see-through once we start printing it. We got the flash heating up, and then we got the conveyor also heating up. Now for the conveyor, the rule of thumb for puff print is to keep it at 320 to 325 degrees. That's what typically works for me, but also it just depends on your production run. If you're doing hoodies, you're gonna wanna speed up the belt. If you're doing t-shirt puff print, you're gonna wanna slow down the belt. So it's all gonna be trial and error for you guys. Just rule of thumb, 320, 325 should be good. So go ahead, give that a try and see if that works for you as well. If you guys find this video helpful, go ahead and like the video and subscribe, because I'm gonna have a lot more tips for you guys, a lot more printing videos, and I just wanna build a community around screen printing and design. I'm not gonna eat that, it's disgusting. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. We're doing a hazelnut brown. Whoop. Oh yeah, we're gonna get that. Look at that, thing's gooey. You can see it now, but once you print it, it's gonna be transparent. We're actually gonna start with the color. It's gonna add an extra layer of strength. The reason we print the color first is just to give us a stronger foundation. The stronger foundation you have, the more the puff is gonna withhold. It's not gonna crack. So like I said earlier, you don't wanna print on a thin shirt. Obviously this is a sample, so you want to print on something heavyweight, but also you want to give the puff a strong foundation. Just like if you're building a house, you don't want to build a house on a weak foundation because it's going to collapse. Same thing goes for puff. So this is how it looks without any puff base or anything. This is the first print. We're going to go ahead and flash that under the flash. All right, let's check this out. Yep. Dry to the touch. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and print the base, or the puff base. So as you can see, everything's registered nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and print this. Okay, so this part is important. The more passes you give this with the puff base, the more puff you're gonna get. So if you're going for a really huge puff, you want to give it like 4 passes. But I always tell my clients I don't like to go big with puff, because the bigger the puff, the easier it is to break. So I only do 1 pass, and that is it. I'm gonna flood the screen. I'm just gonna do 1 pass. That is it. So here's a perfect example of what happens when you leave it too long under the flash. So this starts activating the puff, and that puff is already activated. Once it goes in there, it can definitely mess it up. So you want it to look like this, not like that. That's not what you want. Okay, now the puff is on the design. We're just gonna overload it with about 4 passes. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna send it back to the flash. All right, so typically you would print it once after the puff and then throw it in the conveyor. But that's not what we're gonna do. I wanna make sure there's plenty of ink protecting that base. Your goal when printing puff is to protect the puff. If you have one thin layer of regular ink on top of the puff base, it's gonna cause a lot of issues during the curing process. So you wanna lay down a thick layer of ink on top of the base. So we're gonna go ahead and give it another 4 passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. All right, so now we have it running through the conveyor. And typically the first time you're printing puff for production, you're gonna, take some time to do like 2, 3 sample prints before you nail it down. Because like I said before, you have to nail down and dial in the speed as well as the heat. All right, so now it's coming out. The puff is expanding. Okay, there we go. We can get a better look at the puff right here. You can see it got that raised effect. And here is the stretch test. Make sure everything's good. Look, I'm stretching the hell out of that and nothing. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but right here, there's like a little dent in the design. The shirt couldn't withstand the puff when it expanded, so it basically collapsed. It's pretty normal with puff print, but that's why, like I keep on saying throughout the video, you want to print on something heavy, because if you print on a heavy garment, it's gonna withstand the puff when it expands. For the first print, like this came out super solid. This is good to go for an actual print on one of these hoodies. So this is the final product, super crispy, super nice. If you do try puff, let me know down in the comments if you have any issues, any questions, or if you want to see any other kind of printing techniques done here in this shop, let me know now. And if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. It's free. I'll see you guys on the next one.